Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Walleye Files Un-Hooked. Macy and I are out on the Fox River today. It is early November. I think it's the 6th today. Luckily I shot a buck a couple days ago. I actually got up at 3 this morning to run up to Bellevue and catch some fish, and blew a tire about 15 minutes from my house. Got back to the house, took a little nap, patched the tire, decided not to run 3 hours from the house to go fishing. So we're salvaging the day, right kiddo? We're gonna catch some walleyes hopefully. We're up by the dam right now. It looks to be like a lot of bait in here. What happens in the fall, these fish come up in here chasing shad. There's a lot of shad that come in here in the fall to spawn. This is where the warmest water is. So this is where the most fish should be. And that's what we're gonna try to key in on today. You can see behind me, I'm not sure if you can see it, that's the dam. There's a pile of seagulls chasing bait right now. So there should be a pile of walleyes doing the same thing. We're gonna throw some hair jigs, plastics, maybe some spoons. Should have brought blade baits, I didn't. Should have brought crankbaits, I didn't. So we'll see what we gotta do to catch a couple of bites here. But thanks again for watching. I appreciate all of you. And stick with me, see if we can get some bites. We got one. Yeah, don't try to eat them. So I was throwing a plastic, moving really slow. This water's cold. It's 47 degrees at time. And they just weren't reacting to anything. I didn't get bit on a plastic, on a hair jig, really anything. I took a hyper rattle out and said, let's get really aggressive. My first cast of the hyper rattle. Here we are. 2 more for a limit. Yeah, 2 more for a limit. See if we can get a bunch of fish today. All right, guys, important tip that I like to do here when I'm using really any bait. It doesn't just have to be a hyper rattle or a glide bait style bait. I do this with most of my crankbaits too, but I'm gonna replace the hooks. Now, whatever hook comes with a crankbait is usually standard what you want to use. I have a special one for crankbaits, but I like to take these cute little number 8s that the hyper rattles come with and replace them with the number 6 short shank extra wide gap Fusion 19. I'm not sponsored by Berkley. I don't care what short shank hook you use, but I just like the Fusion 19 and I like the extra wide gap. It helps you hook up with a few more of the bites. You know, I've missed a few fish this morning. I did not replace the hook on this bait yet. That's what we're doing here. We're gonna see if it matters. But oh, beautiful morning, right, Mace? Got the dog with me. We're catching some fish. One other thing that's really important is your leader. Now I'm running a 12-pound Seagar fluorocarbon leader. I don't care what brand you use. I like Seagar, that's just what I have. Seagar red label. I'm using 12 pound. That's pretty much my universal. 12 to 15 pounds my universal, whether I'm throwing shiver minnows or ripping wraps or hair jigs, really just about anything. I'll switch it up if the bite's getting tough, but for this specific bait, you know, we got a lot of snags on the bottom here in the river. I really like that fluorocarbon leader. It gives you a little bit of stretch setting the hook. So 2 really important tips that help you get, you know, get a few more bites or maximize the ones you get. hyper rattle, kiddo. Come here. So, oh, it's popped off. This water's a bit dingy, dirty. Obviously, I want a reaction because this is what I'm throwing. There's only about 6-8 inches visibility on this river right now. Not a lot of flow, a little bit of current, not a lot. But look at that. Here we go. Hyper rattle. That's 3 in about 5 minutes. I think we stumbled onto a little something here. All right, guys, we're back at the house. Macy and I had a great day, right, kid? Yeah, sure did. And we talked about matching the hatch a little bit. Yeah, I was throwing that hyper rattle, and I wasn't expecting to. I didn't expect that bait to produce like it did. But it had the right profile. And I say it before, and I'm going to say it again. It had the right profile. We're matching the hatch a little bit. These fish are eating shad. And this one puked up a pile of shad. In the live well, there's some coming out of its mouth. This one's probably packed full as well. These fish are keying in on shad in the river system. So match not only the color, but the bait profile, and you'll be more successful. All right, well, that is it for me and Macy today. Caught some walleyes, had some fun. Caught them on a hyper rattle, which I was not prepared to do today. But they wanted that aggressive lift. Not real big lifts, right? A little 2 to 4 inch pops. But it was fun. Right, kiddo? Yeah, we had some fun. This might be the last open water video I do this year. I'm not really sure how many more times I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna try to get out maybe 1 or 2 more times if I film it. You guys will see that. But again, thanks for watching the Walleye Files Unhooked. I appreciate all of you. What do you think, kid? Hey.